China is experiencing structural labor shortage, and this is going to be a long-term phenomenon. Even though people talk a lot about China's youth unemployment, it is actually a problem of mismatch because college graduates want office jobs. So it's not really a job availability issue. So, but over time, this labor shortage gets a lot worse because the current number of births is about 10 million compared to 16 million a decade ago, and compared to about 25 million 40 years ago. So down the road, China will experience tremendous labor shortage. In the last 20 years, China has come down the path of automation. You go to factories 20 years ago, like the people who were making smartphones, they employed rows of workers in the plant. Now you walk in, basically very few people. Businesses have been responding to market pressure, unable to find workers. So they have really come down the path of automation. Automation has really saved China's manufacturing sector. The key thing is the labor shortage is going to be a lot more severe in the coming decade or so. The labor force reduction right now is small, but we look at Japan today, the labor force is contracting very rapidly. The same thing will happen to China. So the issue is Chinese economy ready for that? I think that no, the government is talking about it, but it's up to businesses to work out solutions. The declining labor force and the investment focus do go together. You are trying to use capital to substitute for labor, but that works only if you have the right technology. Otherwise, you just lead to overcapacity and not solving the labor shortage problem. So I think that good policy is not so easy to achieve. Again, it's really up to business. China's technology progress is really very much reflecting how Chinese businesses have been able to cope with market pressure. So Chinese government is emphasizing investment. So in theory, more capital solves labor shortage problem a bit. You are using capital to substitute for labor, but only if you can do it properly. You have a good match. I think I wouldn't want to emphasize the government's role. In Chinese development has been driven by businesses. Chinese businesses are extremely flexible and they are very competitive. They upgrade really fast. So actually they look forward to the challenges. So that's why in terms of automation, if the business took the initiative, not the government. So I'm confident that the Chinese businesses will be able to cope with this labor shortage problem down the road. They already are doing a lot of research moving in that direction. As far as the government is concerned, the government should do what it does best: infrastructure, education, basic and R&D. And we hope the government not to interfere in the market too much, to distort the market. So these working together, business and the government, each play their appropriate role. That's how the economy can move forward. Yes and no. In terms of China's achievement, it's really Chinese businesses have been, in the last 3 years, they have been taking automation to the next level, a so-called autonomous system. And that is kind of AI. This is really, very Chinese, because Chinese businesses really respond to market pressure. They are trying to increase production and while decreasing cost. So the autonomous system has been very important to China's the competitiveness. Chinese manufacturing has leapfrogged the other countries in the last 3 years because of this aggressive use of AI in assisting production. So we now see these dark factories windowless factories, autonomous tunneling, autonomous mining, and tons of stuff like that. Now we have in the service sector, we see the autonomous flying taxi that is now becoming operational. So I think that the Chinese focus is on solving well-defined problem. But what China is not doing as well is what the Americans are focusing on. Americans are trying to create this all-powerful super being that will, according to some, to make humans obsolete. I think the Chinese are much more too practical for that. They do not see the return in that. If you invest in money, you have to make a buck out of it. But in the United States, it appears that the financial market can supply so much money to all these businesses that are burning billions of dollars every year. So it's still kind of in like a science fiction. Maybe it will become reality, but so far, not yet. China's AI is to help to alleviate the stress from labor shortage. So the dialogue is very different from what people see in the West, where it's viewed as a threat to labor. I think it's not the case in East Asia, partly because of demographics, partly because the people are used to change. So AI is not viewed as a threat. Further down the road, because of aging, the next breakthrough will really be some kind of a personal assistant to look after an aging population. That would be really important for the economies in East Asia. Now, in the West, all these high-profile people are talking about this powerful being that is being created, general AI. It's not debated here. It's because people are skeptical about something like that. Artificial intelligence has been talking about it for decades. We don't see that the current AI is really substituting for human beings, and it's really reflecting data and computation power. We do not see real intelligence in there. I would say no. People play with the CHGBT. They think it's fun. It gives you something that seems like a human-like. But if you ask CHGBT to do something real, like you say, you write an economics article like Andy Xie, it will do something. For any informed reader, it's obviously fake, okay? But it can fool 99% of the people. So there's a lot of downside from ChatGPT. It cannot replace humans, but it can pretend it can replace humans. That's how where the destructive power is. A good example of an AI application in China is the autonomous mining system. Because China couldn't find enough people to go down into the mines, dangerous jobs. Not many people want it. So when this system came up about 4 years ago, it's really made a huge difference. You look at like coal mining. Coal production is up like 1 billion tons. And also the system has been able to go where humans couldn't go before because of danger, right? So China has a mining boom because of that. An autonomous system can explore something on its own. For example, in China's shale gas or shale oil is much deeper than in the United States, was viewed as not economical before. Now it appears that there are a lot of opportunities there. There are also that these rare minerals that we're searching for. That kind of system can go deeper, go to remote areas, and do things that the humans couldn't do before. So I think that affects Chinese emphasis on immediate return on your investment. Chinese youth now, they want white-collar jobs. They want to sit in the office. So what the autonomous mining system, like in many other autonomous systems, allow workers to sit in offices. You look at the screens, you manipulate, type something to computers. That seems to fit what today's youth want. Now, with the autonomous system, China is making a lot of progress in that regard.